Welcome back to The Explainer. Have you ever wondered why, right at the start of a new year, millions of us make these incredibly ambitious resolutions, only to completely abandon them by February? I mean, we've all been there, right? It's a totally universal phenomenon. But then, on the flip side, you have those rare individuals who, once they set their minds to something, they absolutely refuse to stop until they get it. So, what exactly is the difference between these two types of people? Well, today, we're going to unpack exactly that. So why do those resolutions die out so fast? Look, the core difference between the people who give up and the ones who relentlessly achieve their dreams isn't raw talent, it's not luck either, it's unshakable focus. You see, simply setting a goal, that's never enough. The real challenge, the ultimate separator of success, is staying glued to that goal and maintaining your focus all the way to the finish line.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be covering the power of focus, why we lose our way, the goal-setting framework, sustaining your focus, and finally, your action plan.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the power of focus, and why goals are basically your steering wheel. Picture this for a second. Imagine you're the captain of a ship. You've got the fastest ship in the entire fleet and the absolute best crew on deck. But you have absolutely no idea what your destination is. What happens? Well, the ship just drifts. It might go north, it might go south. Eventually, the fuel runs out, time passes, and you never reach a harbor. And you know what? That is exactly what happens in our lives when we don't have a clear goal. You can have all the hard work and talent in the world, but without clear direction, all that effort just turns into scattered, wasted energy. Goals actually provide 3 critical things to successful people, no matter what field they're in. First up, direction. When you know exactly where you're going, making decisions becomes incredibly easy. You instantly know if an opportunity is taking you closer to your goal or pushing you further away. Second, motivation. Having a crystal clear mental picture of your destination gives you the fuel to keep pushing on those really tough days. And third, measurability. Without a goal, you literally can't tell if you're moving forward or backward. Living without these benchmarks is quite frankly like trying to travel without a map. Moving on to Section 2. Why we lose our way. Let's diagnose the 5 common traps. So where do things go awry? There are 5 massive traps we fall into. Trap 1, setting vague goals like I want to be rich or I want to be fit. Honestly, those aren't goals, they're just wishes. Trap 2, juggling way too many goals. Trying to diet, hit the gym, learn a new language, and start a business all at the exact same time just completely splinters your attention. Trap 3 is expecting instant results in a world that absolutely demands patience. Trap 4, tolerating an unsupportive environment. This one is huge because a bad environment will eventually defeat sheer willpower. And finally, Trap 5, relying entirely on motivation. And that brings us to a really crucial point. Motivation comes and goes, but systems last. You simply cannot rely on a fleeting feeling to get you across the finish line. True, lasting success is built on rock-solid daily routines, not just sudden bursts of inspiration. All right, Section 3, the goal-setting framework. 5 steps to absolute clarity. Step 1 is all about specificity. Saying I want to be fit leaves your brain totally confused. Like, what does fit even mean? But a clear goal like lose 5 kilos in 3 months by working out 5 days a week gives your brain precise, actionable instructions. The clearer the goal, the easier it is to actually pull off. So here's the full 5-step framework. We just knocked out Step 1, write the goal clearly. Step 2 is to break that large goal down into daily or weekly pieces. A massive goal is terrifying to the brain. If you want to write a book, don't focus on the whole book, just focus on writing 1 single page a day. Step 3, set a firm deadline to create some real urgency. Step 4, dial it in to just 1 or 2 goals at a time so you don't dilute your energy. And Step 5, keep the goal visible daily. Put it on a sticky note on your mirror, make it your phone wallpaper, whatever stays in front of your eyes stays top of mind. But actually, scratch that, there's a kind of hidden Step 0 here. You absolutely have to define your why. Setting a goal based just on what you want isn't enough. You need a deep emotional reason. Just wanting to make money? That's a pretty weak anchor. But wanting to provide a significantly better life for your family? Now that is a profound emotional anchor that will keep you steady when the waters get incredibly rough. Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, sustaining your focus. Keeping that engine running long term. Think of these 6 habits as your personal maintenance manual. 1, start the very first 30 minutes of your day working on your goal, not just scrolling on your phone in bed.
2. Ruthlessly control digital distractions. Real focus means learning to say no to the notification chime. 3. Celebrate your small wins. It signals to your brain that you're on the right track. 4. When doubt creeps in, and it will, it's perfectly fine to slow down. But whatever you do, don't stop. Pausing and quitting are two very different things. 5. Get supportive people around you who encourage your growth. And 6. Sit down once a week for a quick review of your progress so you can course correct if you've drifted.
To really ground all this theory in reality, consider the story of a farmer's son. He lived in a small village, zero access to fancy coaching or expensive books. But he set a clear goal: to pass a major, life-changing examination. His daily timeline wasn't glamorous at all. We're talking morning studies, followed by exhausting physical farm work, followed by late-night studies. He dealt with immense failures and real moments of heartbreak. But he kept remembering his why. And over months of repetitive, quiet effort, he achieved ultimate success. Guys, there is no magic trick here. Success is just a function of time, repetition, and a wildly strong reason why. And finally, Section 5, your action plan. Exactly what you need to do starting tomorrow morning. I want to hand you a tangible 4-step action plan that you can and honestly should initiate the exact moment this explainer ends. Step 1. Write your absolute biggest goal down today on a physical piece of paper. Step 2. Break that massive goal into a 3-month milestone, a 1-month milestone, and weekly chunks. Step 3. Wake up tomorrow morning and do just one tiny task related to that goal before you do anything else. And Step 4. Pull out your phone right now and set a recurring weekly reminder to review your progress. You know, massive life changes are almost never the result of one giant cinematic leap. Success is simply the accumulation of small, correct, and persistent daily choices. No matter how impossibly big your dream feels right now, if you just take one tiny step forward every single day, you are mathematically guaranteed to reach it eventually. So, I'm going to leave you with this provocative little question to chew on. What small step are you going to take tomorrow morning? Don't let this just be another explainer you watched, felt good about, and then immediately forgot. Take action. If you found this guide valuable, definitely subscribe to the channel for more structured explainers on self-growth and mastering your potential. Keep your focus sharp, keep putting in that work, and I will see you in the next one.